Yeah, man.
Yo, yo, yiggity, yo.
Wait, is it starting yet? I don't know. It's okay. I think it's starting now.
Okay, now I can re-say it. Yo, yo, yiggity, yo.
Yo, what's popping? What's popping? What's popping, man? We back. Week two recap stuff. But yeah, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Fly Sippers. I'm Austin.
It's your boy Mike. We up in here.
Yeah, man. First things first, man. What you sipping on, man?
It's another night with a double fister. Go ahead and get this one out the sleeve though from Champion Brewing. Anybody in the Virginia area? I had to get it based on the name. It is hilarious. Yes, it is called shower beer, and yes, the entire can is designed like you're in the shower. It's even got a rubber ducky on it.
Crazy.
The other side of my double fist got some Uncle Nearest.
Man, Uncle Nearest. That is
homage to the Uncle Nearest, man. Be no Jack Daniels without Uncle Nearest.
Look it up, folks. Do your history.
And let me tell you, it is worth its money. So y'all find it.
Yes,
y'all got a little extra cash to spend. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and blow that up. But I've done enough talking, man. What you sipping
on? I had to go to the ABC store for a second, man. I got three of these right here, the little Crown Apple joints, man. So yeah, man, it's been a day. So
Crown is the flavored crowns is a toss up with me between the vanilla and the apple.
Ooh.
You can't go wrong with either one.
I like mixing the apple with either the caramel or the vanilla with some ginger ale Sprite.
Yeah. Ain't go wrong.
Change your life. But yeah, man. Let's start with this little predictions. I mean, predictions. What the fuck?
Skipping steps, man.
Man, I don't
can't shift from second to fourth, man. You skipping third gear, bro.
I've done that before. I've done this. I was like, whoops. All right, let's go to what's the week? Yeah, week 2 recap, man. You ever pulled up?
I don't have the scoreboard. I have our picks. Let me see. Let me look on some of the scoreboards.
Don't worry about it. I can pull it up real quick.
But I do have our picks. I do know pick wise, it was a pain train for you,
bruh. In fantasy, I don't know what was happening. That's a whole nother thing, man. But
man, in fantasy, in Joe's league, shout out to Joe Smith.
Shout
fantasy out. In Joe's league, I literally needed Michael Thomas to catch one extra pass. Literally just one catch. It could have also, in his league, is PPR. So it could have been a screen pass catch for 0 yards.
That's still something.
I lost by 0.4.
You know what's crazy? Like, you know how, like, Olave had that touchdown callback? Because his toe was out of bounds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would have won me the game. I was at the game like, if we're going to lose someone in fantasy. And then they zoomed in on his foot, and it's like, the pinky toe was out? Come on, man.
It's like, there's probably space in the shoe. His toe's probably
his toe, man, that's not even a real foot. But, you know.
Yeah, enough about fantasy. I guess we can go down the line with the.
Yeah, I got it up right now, the scores and everything.
The Vikings at the Eagles was the Thursday game.
Yep. Shout out to Swift, yo.
Outside of the score, did everyone lube their hands up with Country Crock because 6 combined fumbles is
bam. It was the most fumbles and the most ridiculous touchdowns in the last 20 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever. Like the first half was way different than the second half, yo.
Yeah, I saw because unfortunately my wife in fantasy had Kirk Cousins on her bench because she didn't want to risk him against the Eagles defense.
Oh, yo,
and then she checked back in and realized that he had about 30-something points because of that comeback. But
Kirk Cousins is a surefire start. He has like 300 yards per game. The first game he played, he had 2 touchdowns. The second game he played, he had 4. And then, he was playing against next, right? The Chargers. Start him. Gun show.
I made sure to tell her too. I was like, look, the Chargers defensive backfield has been getting fricasseed all season.
Cooked.
Start them. But we both did get that prediction right with picking the Eagles. Not surprised in the outcome, just surprised on how drastically different.
Yeah.
Like first half, there many turnovers, and then second half,
it got to the point where they were turning the ball over every play.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all just got the ball. Madison coughed it up. I said, what the y'all just got it.
And wasn't there a buff punt too?
Yep. No, it was bad. Thursday games, I can't really blame anybody because Thursday games are just terrible. So,
including tonight's game, but we'll get to that on our week 3 prediction.
Oh.
Buffalo, Las Vegas. I actually completely missed that game, but we both got that prediction right with picking Buffalo. Don't know what happened with the Jimmy G facing Buffalo's defense, but I do remember they only scored 10. I think Buffalo had 34, something like that.
You said 24?
34.
Wait, what game? We talking about the Eagles, right?
Oh no, we're talking about Buffalo.
What's wild? Okay. So on my thing, the Packers and Falcons are my second game, and they have 24. So I thought I heard 24, and he said 34, and I looked at the what you call. Yeah.
Talk about that. Which Packers? Come on, guys.
No, AJ Dillon, really.
Packers, man.
You ain't never gonna be a slice.
That could have given us an extra win in our pickup because we both picked the Packers, and then lo and behold, the Packers pulled the Falcons on the Falcons. Like,
I watched the game. I was like, ain't no way they can. Ain't no way.
You look back, and young Hoi Koo is kicking in the game-winning field goal.
Yep, like it's nothing.
Wow. So yeah, we both ended up getting that one wrong. Actually, I'll go by your set. Who you got next in your?
I have the Raiders and the Bills third, so I think it probably swapped.
Okay, so yeah, on that one, like I said, I don't.
There's nothing to see here.
34-10.
But I see 38-10.
Oh Jesus! Look, I'm chopping off points from the Buffalo Bills. We both got that right, picking Buffalo. So I don't know what happened with Jimmy G. Only put up 10.
Oh, I know what happened. Jimmy G only put up 10. Yo, he ain't it.
Raiders fans, look, the defense is on point. Jimmy G in this offense, I think, is too experimental to really be a threat, especially in the loaded AFC. So I agree with you. Jimmy G ain't it.
Jimmy G ain't it, fam.
I don't know who he's gonna be it for. Who you got next after that?
Ravens.
Okay, so I think I might be with your lineup after that.
All right.
Cool. Ravens at the Bengals.
That game was closer than it should have been.
I agreed.
Look, okay. I torn my calf before. And I think that's when I realized, you know what? I might need to chill. So I tore it, because so they said Joe Burrow got a calf strain.
Yeah.
But that's really a calf tear. So he tore it and he retweets it. I did the same thing too, and I retore it when I was playing soccer.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't retweet shit. He retore it, people. He has to go back to what he was. If he plays Sunday, I'll be very surprised. And what's kind of messed up is, like, I was hearing somebody say this, was like, all right, so you either got 2 options. Either you don't play Joe Burrow and wait for him to heal up for a couple of weeks,
mm-hmm.
and definitely lose the 2 division games, or you put out there with or you put Joe Burrow out there, and you probably have a good chance of winning those 2 division games, but you lost both of them, and he retore it, and you just gave him the money. Protect your investment, man.
There you go. I mean, we both know who we talking about though.
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati Bengals. Look, both Ohio teams are not the smartest when it comes to management like that. So that's a long stretch. But yeah, we split on that, and I picked Baltimore. Ended up actually getting that right. But with your notations, that's gonna influence me picking Cincinnati in the future until we hear news that he's good to go, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I got Chiefs at the Jags. Right.
I don't have that one, but it's a real close in a thing. So, all right, Chiefs and Jags. Were you disappointed in watching this game?
I was disappointed in Trevor Lawrence's decision making, but I know with Chris Jones back, there was not a whole lot of time for him to make his reads and such.
You're right, but so did you watch the last quarter? I guess.
Yeah.
Receiver, he was hitting receivers in the end zone, but they only got multiple times 1 foot down. I was like, man, 1 foot. I was like, come on now.
That I will say, then I'll bring that back up to my wife because she actually played Trevor Lawrence, and I was
like, bro, I played Trevor Lawrence in a lot of leagues because he should have been him and Patrick Mahomes should have been ball. This should have been a shootout.
Yeah, should have been a good shootout. Yeah, that's what I told her, and I was like,
it was nothing but peace in that damn game, man.
Yeah, and she kept looking right there on the bench. Kirk Cousins, 34 fantasy points. He counts for 0 because he's on her bench. I was like, man, I'm sorry. But yeah, you actually got that one right. I was expecting the upset.
Jeez, I'm a Patrick Mahomes fan.
Hey, look, both teams are pretty good and pretty loaded, but I was expecting the upset, and I stuck behind picking Jacksonville, even though Travis Kelce and Chris Jones came back. And I saw how much of a difference it made for the Chiefs when those two players came back.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I was sticking to my guns from my early pick. So, yeah, who you got after that?
So I have Seahawks and Lions.
Skip down a bit. Surprisingly, very, very, very close game. Went to OT.
I don't know how.
The
Lions going Lion, yo. Lions going Lion.
Which speaking of the Lions, they're part of our injury update because they lost a running back. And
yeah, he'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and that's going to put a decent amount of pressure on for Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown and the other two.
They good. They got Gibbs.
Okay.
Yeah, they straight.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Load up Gibbs.
Picks wise, that's one I got right. I actually went with initially thought Detroit, and I was like, you know what, Seattle's one of those scrappy teams that can pull that upset. Who you got after that?
Colts and Texans.
Come on, Texans. I thought y'all was gonna have it. Y'all was at home.
Yeah, and Anthony Richardson was in the protocol, so they had time, man. But I don't know. I don't think the Texans are ready. I think all of them are just too young.
Yeah, agreed.
And the thing is, it doesn't look like it's coaching. It just looks like the team is just too young. So
the slight positive is that they're young and bad. I will say that.
Yes, and Stroud is putting up numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Tank Dell, Nico Collins looking straight. So let's see.
Yeah, Colts might actually be a sleeper in the AFC South. And the way the AFC North is unfolding, if a couple of those teams go down, Colts can find themselves in a wild card spot. What you think about that? Probably 7 seed.
Nah.
No, ain't been.
Not gonna be able to do it.
All right. Who's up next after that?
I got the Bears and Buccaneers. Man, I don't know. So
I don't know what the
did you
Bears
watch the
are.
highlights and everything? Okay, so I, I was on the red zone, so I'm
Mhm.
watching everything. I'm like, what is Justin Fields doing? And then I saw another breakdown, and it's like, yo, Justin Fields is playing bad, but why? The plays are ridiculous. Is it like so? It was some play where a wide receiver and a tight end that was in the slot ran like 10-yard curls on the same side, and they were 5 yards apart from each other. So basically, there's gonna be one defender can defend two people because they're right here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Sometimes it's Justin Fields, yes, sometimes it's you. Also, too, like so the play that was a pick six. Did you they ran that play once and they got called back. Then they ran the exact same play. You can't do that in the NFL. They're gonna be like, it's they you can't do that at the top of your profession. Maybe in college, maybe not in the SEC Power Five schools. Probably not. But the NFL, you can run that. You ran he ran the exact same play. I'm like, that's play calling and coaching right there.
Yep.
So they're putting it in bad positions, yo.
That's what I'm about to say. I was like, man, I don't know what the Bears excel at. Like they seem mid to subpar in
Yo,
everything. You know what I'm saying?
this Panther podcaster said, man, Chicago is trash for all sports teams. If y'all don't have Michael Jordan, that'll be a third world country in that city. I said, oh no. You think about it. He said, well, yeah. You take
Yeah,
Michael Jordan
White
away.
Sox are pretty bad.
White Sox, Cubs. Cubs been losing for like 100 years before they got one. The Blackhawks.
Aren't the Cubs like the only team to have like a season with 130 plus wins or losses, I should say?
Maybe.
I'll
Lovable
look at it.
losers,
I think I
man.
saw that as a stat. They're like the only team in the MLB that have 130 or more losses,
Lovable losers.
which is wild considering the start of the Seattle Mariners.
Mm.
That might have to be a whole nother podcast because I know we got Thursday night football coming up.
That's a different one.
But wow, that you telling me that about the Bears reminds me of Jair Alexander last year when he was talking about when the Packers beat the Dolphins. His post game interview, he said, man, I just kept my eyes on Tua's eyes and said, I'm seeing I got to be matched up against Tyreek Hill. Said, man, I'll take like 4 steps back. I was like, man, that's Tyreek Hill. That's the cheetah, man. I gotta show him some respect. I look over, I was like, Tua ain't even looking his way. Oh, that ball's overthrown. That's mine.
Hey, yo, I was telling people like, yo, Tua's not good. He just has two really good wide receivers.
Yeah.
Like he has the equivalent of Chase and Higgins.
Well, we all know where Tua played football.
And that's where Bryce Young is. But anyway, that's a whole other story.
Let's say.
Because I did not count Jalen Hurts as I did not count Jalen Hurts as the Alabama quarterback because he left. And when he left, I'm like, okay, he's playing a little different here.
Yeah.
But that's anyway.
And who's up after Tampa? Oh, that was one we had split on. So I got that one right, and you got that one wrong. Although I was still supporting you and picking Chicago at the time, but I don't know what they excel at.
Yeah, because I don't trust Baker, and that's why I did it. But I'm like, you know what?
Exactly.
Baker just throwing it up and said Mike Evans down there somewhere.
Yeah, and Chicago comes up with it, and yeah, I was supporting you. Yeah. And who you got after that? At the Bears Buccaneers?
Chargers and Titans. The
Go
Chargers.
Go. Yeah, we both picked the Chargers and then the
Yo,
Titans.
the Titans won. DeAndre Hopkins did not have. He was not included into the offense that game. That coach is gonna get fired.
That is a no charges no. Shout out to Chisholm Madonna.
That coach, shout out. That coach is about to get fired. Yo, I remember Chisholm said Staley is not safe around me. I was like, come on, man.
What they recognize? What 1-1?
The Chargers?
Let me go back and see.
The Chargers are 0-2.
They are 0-2?
With that team, they are 0-2.
Oh, yeah, because they played Dolphins week 1.
You have the quarterback.
I got to pick them right here.
They played the Dolphins, and the Dolphins had to come back.
Jesus.
Like, they have the quarterback. They have the wide receivers. They have the running back. They have the pass rush. They have the safety in Derwin James.
This is reminiscent of the North Turner Chargers. The North Turner Chargers went 4-12.
Should have went 4-1.
With a team that had David Boston, and on defense you had David Boston and LaDainian Tomlinson, and on defense you had Quentin Jammer and Junior Seau and Sean Merriman. How do you only win 4 games with that squad? LaDainian Tomlinson can win 4 games on his own. So
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Come on, Chargers. Come on, Chargers. Both men, you picked them too.
Because it makes sense, man. Because it makes sense.
Hey, man. Shout out to Titans. Shout out to Titans fans. Way to protect y'all's house. But who's up next after that?
Who's up? Giants and the Cardinals. That game was close for no reason. I don't know what was going on, yo. I'm like, yo, I don't
look. The Giants are historically bad on offense. I would like to point that out. The Giants are historically bad. There have been some bad offenses. None as bad as the 76 Buccaneers. None as bad as that. Because that's a team that only averaged 6 points a game. There hasn't been an offense that bad. But going 6 quarters without points is historically bad. Even bad offenses find ways to get points, at least field goals. 90 minutes of professional football and y'all scored donuts? No.
And now I'm thinking like, okay, Dallas defense is good, but how? Jets without Aaron Rodgers.
I was about to say, not just Jets without Aaron Rodgers.
And the Giants, how good is that defense? Really, it's solid, but how
good is the Jets defense? I think the Jets defense is good.
Oh my bad, not Jets defense. The Cowboys defense.
Well,
those are the 2 teams that they played.
Well, on the injury report part, as right now, Trayvon Diggs is out, so that is a major.
I think Diggs is a little overrated because he'll get a lot of picks, but he will also give up a lot of touchdowns.
Probably because he's playing the ball too difficult, overrunning stuff or underrunning stuff. Look, Cowboys fans, sorry for the blow, but Micah Parsons was eaten. So,
didn't he have he had a concussion, right?
He did?
I don't know. Like I think it was like a little wobbly, but I don't know.
And speaking of that game, here you oddly picked the Jets.
Yep, I sure did. I had faith in everybody but dude. But hey, it didn't work out the way I thought it would.
But yeah, it was next. What's next?
Man, what is next?
I think at this point.
49ers and Rams.
I think at this point we're on to the 4:00 games. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
I'm surprised that game was close.
I'm not, because division rivalry games, you end up being
You
surprised
right. You right.
on who was who. Because let's remember the 2015 Panthers. The 2015 Panthers had a certain like squad chemistry where that squad could have gone undefeated, especially with that elite defense. That front seven was scary. You went to Atlanta and lost. So I mean, division games can still swing either way,
Yeah.
regardless. There were years where
I was at that game
um,
too, looking fucking foolish.
there were years with like the I would say the mid to late 2000s. Let's not forget um, some of the early 2000s as well. Well, let's not forget the Patriots were going like 14-2. One of the two was losing to the Dolphins, and who the hell gave a crap about Joey Harrington on the Dolphins?
Who?
Or not Harrington, Chad Pennington. Who gave a crap about Chad Pennington on the Dolphins? But Chad Pennington on the Dolphins beat the Patriots. So I mean, division games always end up scrappy. I wasn't surprised that it was close, but I mean, we both picked San Fran and ended up getting it. That defense is going to be a problem all season.
Yeah, especially with Maga Bosa.
And Bosa got that deal. My man gonna be eating. My man gonna be eating, man. My man gonna be eating. After who you got after that? I would guess.
Jets and Cowboys.
I'm about to say I was getting ready to say Redskins.
Yeah, I got the Jets and Cowboys, but yeah, ain't nothing really to see here.
I'm about to say, I mean, we basically like low key already covered that.
Yeah,
earlier. The Commanders and Broncos.
that was a weird game.
Our defense let off the gas for one.
Okay, yeah, like
Kareem Jackson getting ejected. They constantly just kept putting momentum into Washington's, like just pumping momentum into Washington's players. And then we have the miracle pass at the end. The thing I'm upset about is how it ended, and not because of the missed pass on the 2-point conversion, because of the missed call on the missed pass. Throughout the whole game, as you're calling it decently close, you decide to let the boys play and not call pass interference on something that is clearly pass interference.
Should have been,
Gene Steratore called in and said, "I think there's enough contact there to go ahead and call that." Gene Steratore, that made me mad. That made
page keeps on refreshing, and this is my place.
Let's see. We did that. Did Giants Cardinals? It would be the Sunday night game would be the next one to cover. The Dolphins.
And Patriots.
Which I supported either pick. You would pick the Patriots. I still supported because they were playing in New England.
And I was thinking like Tua 400 yards again. Oh no. But yeah, they won. Oh yeah, Waddle had a wild concussion.
Yeah, I had to make sure to sit him on the bench until I get some news in my fantasy.
Yep, because he caught that ball like this and got hit in the back of the head as he was falling down. I was like, I need 2 more catches. And that's the evil side of fantasy. It's evil. Man, if you don't get out on if you don't go out there and be on autopilot,
right?
Which is that's evil, yo. And that's why you got people when you play fantasy football, y'all gotta relax.
Yeah, right.
Because yeah, not like this.
But the Monday night doubleheader.
So I was at the Panthers game, man.
I'm about to say my heart bleeds for you.
And the thing is, like, this is like, okay. I'll put this out there. Personally, I wanted Stroud. That's just me. Just because I'm afraid of small quarterbacks on turf. And with the coaching staff, I don't really trust.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, At the same time, I'm cool with Bryce. I do not. I'm not blaming Bryce for what he did because he's a rookie. He shown flashes like he knows what he needs to do, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Not blaming him for that. Bryce is like a super genius. He doesn't even have like the actual sleeve, whatever, with the calls and stuff. He's like a genius right now with in football and do stuff like that. But it's kind of like how I was talking about with the Bears. The play calling makes no sense. And I hate when it's like, oh, the wide receivers can't get open. I'm like, well, scheme them open.
Mm-hmm.
Then you keep running Miles Sanders up the middle. There's nothing happening. Well, run some screenplays. Like, get people out of the box. And I hate when people say, like, the wide receivers can't get open. When Terrace Marshall was open last year, Adam Thielen got open last year. Laviska Shenault was taking screen passes to the house, 60 yards, multiple times last season. So we have seen that it can work.
You just have to scheme things as if you know your personnel.
Exactly. And then I was thinking, like, I said this last week in week 1. Do we have a Frank problem? Is Frank the problem?
Frank is probably the problem.
So that's what I'm thinking, right? So now is Frank so now I think we have a Tepper problem. Because if you want an offensive-minded head coach, right, and you had Wilkes here. Wilkes got the city jumping. He got the dudes playing, ready to run through a wall for him. He brought back all that old keep pounding, like that old school Panther feel. But you want to go the more offensive route, right? Ain't got no problem with that. If that's what you want to do, cool. But don't sell me on offensive execution when the offense looks trash. Like, I don't even see flashes of something that looks cool. No deep balls. None of that. So I'm sitting there like, dog, we got to Tepper. Like, it's a you problem. Because Frank's offense looked like Rule's offense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to, open up that lawsuit now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like our defense is like legit, but
I'll sip on that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed, man. So,
but I will also say both defenses played magnanimously.
Yes, they played great, but you didn't even attempt to try to loot. You didn't even try anything. You didn't try to loosen it up. Like, if you know a pass rush is coming, cool. Hey, yo, throw a screenplay. Keep them honest. Yo, throw a deep route. It may not. You can throw the deep route out of bounds. Just make sure that, okay, I gotta watch this now. I can't have both safeties in the box. Like, what you doing, bro? Safeties were at the line. Like, y'all not gonna pass it that far. Where y'all going?
Right.
And Bryce has nowhere to go with the ball. It was a couple plays where, just like the Bears game, I think it was Thielen and Mingo in the same area.
Yep.
It's and like I'm like, yo, I won't even play Madden and I see this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a soccer guy. I'm a soccer and basketball. And I'm like, you can't spacing, floor spacing, field spacing.
Mm-hmm.
You guys get paid for this, man. And like what this is a kind of a little Panther rant. I'm in this soon. Pat Coltrane's another Panther podcaster. He said, look, y'all talking because y'all just got here. Yo, we've been here. It looks the same. It's a different people, same output. And I'm not even. I don't even care about winning this season. Progress. So, that's my recap on that joint, man.
Yeah. It pained me to watch the offense. Hey, that kind of comeback squirt at the end is
empty calories.
But
it's empty calories.
It's like, you still needed to do that and get an onside kick, and it's like, no.
And I can't blame Bryce. He's super new to the league. But I will say one thing though,
and had to play a division opponent that's got like a top 10 defense.
I mean, Stroud got a new head coach, a first-time head coach. Richardson got a first-time head coach. Do you see flashes? But I'm like, I think Bryce is gonna be great. But nah.
It's also interesting y'all are having these issues with a coach that used to be the quarterback. So
so we got Frank Wright, a former quarterback. Josh McCown, former quarterback. Andy Dalton, veteran quarterback. You basically got 3 quarterbacks. And all this, so I'm like, okay.
Having this many issues.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pittsburgh at Cleveland.
With the nasty man. Hey, yo, man, real talk, yo, is Deshaun Watson, man. He I know it was early, but he did play 7 games last. Hey, man, is he trash?
No, I was getting ready to say that game was the scrappiest of scrappy, the most AFC North of AFC North games, and then Deshaun Watson gave it away.
So all they had to do was they could took knees the whole time because Kenny Pickett wasn't doing any that Pickens touchdown was a fluke.
They basically 4 face masks. He had 3 face masks and a 4th that basically ended up getting called as unnecessary roughness because the yank occurred out of bounds. So basically 4 face masks and 2 turnovers. All those free yards and the extra possessions for Pittsburgh, yes, they're going to come up with enough points to beat you. Pittsburgh only won by 4.
4. That's 2 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah. Like, take that away. You clearly beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, like I said, it was literally the most scrappy of AFC North games, and then Deshaun Watson just gave it away. I remember cutting it on after the Saints and Panthers was over. I was like, what is happening? And when my man fumbled, it was like, oh, boy, yep, this is it. Steelers got it. That being said, I actually picked Pittsburgh, although I was believing in Cleveland's defense because Myles Garrett was eaten in week 1 and honestly was kind of eaten in that game. So I supported your Cleveland pick there, but you can't have a quarterback that gives the game away like that. Face mask. So you're just going to continuously give the Pittsburgh defense extra yards.
Yeah.
But with that, you had went 5-11 on the pick'em last week. I went another 11-5, so that puts me at 22-10, and then puts you at 13-19 thus far.
Trash.
Look, it's one bad week. Every once in a while, we're due for a bad week. You can bounce back.
Oh, yo, real talk. I'm like terrible at pick'ems.
I mean,
terrible.
As long as you factor in what needs to be factored and or who's great at playing at home or places that are hard to play at, blah blah blah, things like that, and division games. After a while, you'll be all right. Let's see. We don't have much time. I'm about to say, I guess you want to cover any injury news real quick and then move on.
Bryce Young hurt his ankle. He's not playing. Nick Chubb destroyed his knee. He's out for the season. Dog, that thing exploded. He's not playing, and oh my goodness. Trying to think.
Well, it was Trayvon Diggs from practice today.
Yeah, Diggs. Yep, Diggs. He tore his ACL. He's done. David Montgomery has a thigh issue.
That's what it was. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some other folks. Oh, Shaq Thompson out for the season. Fractured fibula.
Panthers defense. RIP.
Yeah, but the thing is, like after he went out, nothing really changed. So I mean, but it's gonna be tough because he's a captain. He's like our star in the defense. So
yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, y'all stay safe out there. Oh, and then obviously Saquon's not playing tonight because of his injury.
Breida.
Yeah, y'all fantasy owners, y'all got about 16 more minutes to pick up Breida if y'all really need a running back.
Man, yo, if Breda's still available in your league and it's cash, send me an invite right now. I'll join that league immediately.
Right now. I'll put him in the flex. Why not?
What?
But I guess we can get to the week 3 pick 'em, and this is where I need my pen. Ooh, right. Because I actually already got my picks listed down. But tonight's game, the Giants at the Niners.
I don't know. I was like saying that, but
Right?
Raiders, yeah. Raiders. We said Giants and the 49ers, right?
Yeah.
49ers. Hands the Downza.
I'm going same. That defense is going to eat. And
like I'm thinking, like, do I even want to? I could do.
There's not a whole lot of games left where I can confidently pick the Giants, considering they went 6 whole quarters with no points. That changes my confidence on the Giants offense.
Now I'm trying to think.
Oh, he said to contemplate. You had to contemplate.
Oh, wait. On the Giants and 49ers?
Yeah. I'm about to say.
No. I was thinking something.
Oh.
Yeah. I was looking at my DraftKings. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was looking at something. I was like, I got 8 minutes.
I'm about to say, you sit over here like, you had to reconsider. You must
you must contemplate. Yeah.
The Broncos at the Dolphins.
Broncos at the Dolphins? Oh, they're traveling to Miami?
Yeah.
Nah, let me get the Dolphins. Because, like, you know how the stadium is built, right?
Mm-hmm.
That sun is directly hitting the opposing side, and then the home side is shaded.
Right.
Yeah. Nope.
And if you remember when I did the full season recap, I picked the Dolphins to win this game either way. So the Dolphins win this, I'll actually be 1-2 on my Broncos picks, even though the Broncos themselves would be 0-3. Got Colts at Ravens.
What's that, Ravens?
This is one that was actually a nail biter for me as well.
Give me the Ravens.
Ravens? I actually
show me Ravens.
Some more. I actually had picked the Colts. I don't know if the Ravens have fully gotten their scheme figured out, and then with Dobbins out, it's like only so much Lamar can do. And the Colts have been scrappy and showing out. So after that, we got Titans at Browns.
Yeah, give me the nasty man.
The nasty man.
Nasty man.
I actually went Titans on that one, so we will see. Got a couple that we split on already. The Patriots at the Jets.
Patriots. Bill Belichick's out there smiling right now, like, I know what's gonna happen.
Oh man. Bills at the Commanders.
Bills.
The Bills.
But I'm still waiting on that Madden curse.
Hey, it's gonna happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened in that game. Chase Young.
Yeah. Chase Young to be like, penalties? You don't care about these penalties?
Boom.
What you mean? It's just a face mask.
Possibly my pick of the barn burner game of the week, the Falcons at the Lions.
Yeah. Let me be answer. Give me the Lions.
Picking a home team. I respect it.
I can't trust the what you call them.
The Falcons. I'm actually taking.
I can't trust and I can't like the Falcons. That's why I'm doing it.
Well, that's fair. I'm taking them because of how well they run the ball. That means that clock is going to be moving.
Yeah, man. Them games be fast.
They gonna be at halftime before 2 o'clock. Like, wait a minute.
Yep, no commercial break. Keep it moving.
The Saints at the Packers.
Show me Packers.
Hey,
Jordan, more love for the hate.
there you go. I respect, especially with them playing at home. I actually took Saints in that because of that defense. I think the defense flusters Jordan Love. This is gonna be a good week. Actually, there's a lot. We're splitting them. The Texans at the Jaguars.
Oh, give me the Jags.
The Jags.
Yeah, give me the Jags.
I agree. Look, Texans fans, we see it coming together. I just don't think it's together yet. Chargers
Slowly.
at Vikings.
Oh, give me Kirk Cousins another 300 yards.
Kirk family member cousin.
Bro, I'm starting Addison in my flex just because the Chargers don't care about wide receivers.
I actually surprisingly took the Chargers because
ain't no way they can lose 3 straight.
Yeah, that's why I picked them. I was like, look, Justin Herbert, you got enough talent on offense. Just don't lose 3 straight. You lose 3 straight, y'all probably not make it to the playoffs. AFC's too loaded for that. The Panthers at the Seahawks.
I hate doing this, man, but I'm going for Seahawks.
I am too because of how hard it is to play in that stadium.
Yep, and Bryce Young is not playing.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I mean, Geno Smith could go back to the Geno Smith of old, but
he could, but they also like, hey,
it's difficult to play in Seattle. So
it's so loud.
Yeah. Cowboys at Cardinals.
Oh, God, how did you know what? You know what I'm sick of? You know what I'm sick of, man. I'm sick of these Cowboys saying like, "Yo, man, like the defense is so great." Y'all playing a team that's tanking, a team that wasn't good and got lucky last year, and a team who lost all their hope in the first 4 snaps of the game. Dallas Cowboys gonna have another crazy game.
Mm-hmm. And crazy to think that this used to be a division game back in the day.
Yep, we used to be in NFC West. Why? I have no clue.
In East, the Cardinals were in the NFC East.
No. I'm talking about the Panthers used to be in the West.
Oh yeah, with the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on, half your division is only 1 out, is either in Eastern time zone or 1 hour behind Eastern time zone. Come on,
yep. Home in the West, sir. We can hit the water.
Probably my other vote of the barn burner game of the week. Bears at Chiefs.
Bruh.
Like, as I listed, I saw
Justin Fields is gonna be like, you know what? It's the coaches this time. It's the coaches. Whatever I said last week, I don't care. It's the coaches.
Look, unless for some reason Kelsey goes back down and Patrick Mahomes only throws to Kadarius Toney, I don't see this game going any other way.
I mean, he can throw it to Kadarius Toney. He still got to catch it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What had to happen to have the Bears even stand a chance. The Steelers at the Raiders.
Oh my gosh. Give me the Steelers.
I say that's definitely going to be on my TV. Be what Jimmy G is made of. Going against TJ.
Wait. Is the game in Vegas?
In Vegas.
Man, that's a nice stadium. That's a nice stadium. And it's right on the strip too. Walk through Mandalay Bay.
I thought about going there for my birthday.
Yeah,
I like my life. The Eagles at the Buccaneers. I think this is another Monday night doubleheader, isn't it?
Yep, it is. Show me Eagles because I don't like Baker or the Bucks, but mainly Baker.
How about wrote Eagles in your list instead of the abbreviation for Philadelphia, considering I did abbreviation for every other team? And then the other one is Rams and at Bengals.
At Bengals?
At the Bengals. At Cincinnati.
Give me the
tough pick. I had to sit down and look at it too because of the same stuff he was talking about with the calf for Burrow.
give me the Rams.
Hey,
Because Kerwin Johnson and Akuna Matata about to go off.
I feel it, man. I feel it. Well, we only got a couple minutes left until the kickoff. About to say anything else you want to start
right now?
Nah.
I think we're good. I think this is like this is like the last week of the real preseason. So, because nobody plays in the actual preseason. So,
right. Which I mean, we start getting bye weeks and stuff after this week too.
oh yeah,
the teams will start getting rest and stuff. That'll be something we have to take into account as well.
That's why I love the bye weeks in fantasy because I've always been my team ready for any circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
Injuries, bye weeks, your weeks, high weeks, whatever. London, Germany.
Oh, and I was gonna say any other bold predictions. I forgot to mention that from the week 2 recap. For the week 2 recap, Buffalo's defense kept your week 2 bold prediction of Derek Carr with 3 TDs. They kept that from coming true, but thanks to the miracle play, I did get my Russ 3 touchdowns.
Dog, that play was ridiculous. Yeah. I was in the house like, oh yeah, because okay, on red zone, right? 2 clips before that, it was another Hail Mary that didn't work. And I was like, okay, another Hail Mary is not gonna work. Pop, touchdown! I was like, oh.
And then they don't call pass interference. But anyway, that's not here nor there.
Also too, red zone, everybody. Red zone, you will get to get it for free this week as a free preview. So if you want some of that crack, go ahead and get it. Wait, who played tonight again?
Tonight is the Giants at the 49ers.
Why is it not showing up on Hulu?
The Thursday night games are specifically
Amazon Prime. My man. Hey, $100,000. I was looking. I'm about to be out here looking foolish.
My bold prediction for this week: Falcons 170 rushing yards.
Ooh, I got another bold prediction for you then. You said 170 rushing yards?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3. No, I don't. Kirk Cousins, another 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Addison will get 2 touchdowns.
300 yards, 2 TDs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it. That, folks, I think we are done, and that's a dang good show. Dang good show. I ain't got nothing else for you. I guess.
I guess that's it, man. Well, we'll catch y'all folks later. Y'all keep it fly, keep on sipping.
Keep it fly, keep on sipping. Yes, sir. Deuces.
Bye.